Hi, I'm going for a walk. I've been going for a walk regularly. I go up the side of this valley. So I go up there and then all the way up to the top there. Let me see if I can point to it, my sticks. Yeah, up there. That's where I'm heading. When I first moved into this house, I had a kind of a vision of two things, neither of which I particularly wanted to do. But as is the way with visions, I kind of thought, and because I know the way things work with me, that would probably happen. So the first one, well, it was kind of together actually, but I'll tell you the first one. So the first one had to do with this river here, literally a stone's throw from the house. Beautiful, clear water. So the first thing was that I would go into that river. You know, I would get into cold water. It's not treatment, but it's cold water immersion. I mean, I'd known about Wim Hoff for ages, and I found him very inspiring and thought he was like just it's such a great demonstration of what our lovely bodies are capable of. Had no like desire to do it though. Cold water, yeah, no thanks, not for me, thanks. I did do the cold showers though, not the full-on cold showers, just at the end of my shower, the warm shower, I would turn it to cold, probably for about 30 seconds. It felt like a lot longer. So when we moved in here and I saw myself in that river, I was like, no, oh no, that's not going to be me. Which is funny, like, because my wife is into cold water swimming. I was very happy to go along with her, not to do the swimming, you know, just to kind of hold the towel, stand on the bank, wave, that kind of thing, not to actually get in the cold water. No desire to do that at all. Yet when we moved in here, I could see myself in that river. And as I mentioned before in other videos, I don't have any free will. I don't have any willpower. Not free will. I've loads of free will. I have no willpower. So it's not like I'm super disciplined about things. I'm just not built like that. I don't like, well, I've tried to force myself to do things, but no, it doesn't work. Not for me. So I have started to do I've been in the river quite a lot actually. I didn't just jump in, I was very careful about it. I extended the cold part of my shower. And I've learned quite a lot about it now. And I'm up to about 2.5 minutes up to my neck in the cold water. And I could go longer, but then you get the drop afterwards and you start shaking. I don't want that. I'm sort of working on thermogenesis, which is a whole other thing, which I'll get into in another video. Because today, I'm doing the other thing. The other thing that I saw myself doing was walking up the side of that valley that I just showed you on the way in. Which I've done a few times. I made a few videos coming down. But what was different, or what the other dimension to it was this. Yeah, I'm doing it barefoot. I'm walking kind of slow because I'm going uphill and I'm trying to talk at the same time. But yeah, barefoot. And it's January. And similarly, I had no desire to do that. It's like barefoot. What about my little feet? I love my little feet. I don't want to go up there barefoot. But knowing me, I knew I'd do it. I knew I'd be doing it. And here I am, doing it. Today's the first day. Because I thought, rather than, you know, wait till I figured it out and wait till I'm all like cool with it and like, oh yes, I've been hiking up the side of the valley barefoot for years. I always like to see, you know, people figuring it out. The first time, what it's like, because that's the way I'd be, and that's the way I am now. This is my first time going up here barefoot. And it's kind of linked to the Wim Hof stuff, certainly the cold aspect of it, because my feet they're a bit cold, but not too bad. I'm kind of like I do the Wim Hof thing, but I also do a combination of my own understanding and experience of energetic work as well. So I'm working with energy a lot. Like if you do Qigong or anything like that, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I'm kind of sending heat to my feet. So they're slightly cold. It's not a particularly cold day, I have to say. It's kind of mild for January. But they're going well. They're going okay. As you can see, the ground is not too, it's kind of soft. I mean, look at this lovely grass, like walking on carpet. It's different a bit up the track, which I'll get into. I'm more looking out for stones and things, and unevenness. But as I say, the main thing is not so much the cold as the connection with the earth. I've kind of gone up here in my boots. Because I knew about earthing. Like, if you don't know about earthing, there's a great movie called Earthing. And there's also a very good book that I read called Human Heart, Cosmic Heart. And can't remember the guy's name now off the top of my head. But it's very good. It's by a doctor. And he talks about the heart. Your heart, and how your heart is not a pump as such. That mechanically your heart couldn't be a pump because it's not big enough to pump the blood around your body. Like when you understand the volumes and the amount of blood and the distance it has to go, your heart couldn't be the thing that's pumping your blood around. That there is something else that helps your blood go around. Right, I've come to a rocky bit now. So I have to figure out. This is what I kind of thought of when I was first thinking about doing this. I was like, well, how's it going to be on the rocky sections? But when I go for my when I go on the river, I do walk around a bit barefoot afterwards. That wasn't too bad. That was all right. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, I have been walking around a little bit afterwards. And what I would avoid in my boots, which would be rocks, because I don't want to slip on them, the rocks are actually pretty good for grip, I've discovered. So, anyway, Patrick Cowan, I remembered his name. In Patrick Cowan's book, The Human Heart, Cosmic Heart, he talks a lot about that blood moves a lot to do with ionic interchange, and that all these rubber-soled shoes that we have and carpets, that we're depriving ourselves of this huge resource of grounding and helping the ionic interchange. So a combination of that, just the sort of science of that, and the my deeper connection with the land and the spirit of the land. I can't really put it in words. There's something in the earth. There's a big being. I don't want to get all like metaphysical about it, but it kind of is metaphysical. But like metaphysical, I never really think about things as metaphysical because they're very real to me. Whereas metaphysical sounds a bit wafty, a bit not real, you know. Whereas, like, I grew up in the suburbs with no connection to the earth at all. And I moved to the country. I've lived in the country quite a few times, but this recent time, so say for the last 10 years, I've slowly got a better connection with the earth. I've started to appreciate it more. And of course I've read about it and I've been influenced by different people's writings. There's an Irish woman, Mary Reynolds. Been quite influenced by her and the way she talks about the land. Going uphill here now. It's hard to go uphill and talk, I find. So, this is a lovely track. I love walking up this bit. It's very cute, isn't it? So yeah, Mary Reynolds and other people, of course, and then people like Patrick Cowan's book. And seeing like one of the things Wim Hoff talks about is stimulation. That we get sick because our skin is not stimulated, our bodies are not stimulated. And I can kind of understand that. So a combination of, it's a bit rocky now, so I'm just being slightly distracted by what I'm doing. Yeah, I can kind of relate to that. It's all kind of come together. But underneath it is this throbbing sounds a bit masculine. I don't mean that, because it doesn't feel very masculine. There's this energy of the goddess, or Donna, you know, the Irish goddess Donna, or Dana, or whatever. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I like Donna. Dana sounds a bit Dublin. Yeah, not that I mind being from Dublin, but yeah, there's something about that's always resonated with me, the goddess Donna, because you might have heard of the Tua de Danann, which I think translates to the children of Donna. I always like that. God, it's fierce rocky here now underfoot. I should point out that my feet are not tough. I've got very dainty little, soft little feet. Now maybe they're numb. I don't think they are though, because I can feel the rocks and stuff underneath. But it's, oh, look at that mossy, a bit of carpet there. It's very stimulating, but this is going way better than I thought it was going to go. I thought I was going to be oot, out, up the side of the valley, but it's not that bad. There is a very gentle feeling to it all. I'm not even that out of breath, and I'm going up a pretty steep thing. You know, I'm on the steeper sections. One of the things that Patrick Cowan says in his book, like one of the things is like, well, what's the most helpful thing you can do? And he said, go barefoot. Walk barefoot in the forest every day if you can. So it was kind of with that in mind, I was thinking of this, you know. I'm heading for this big rock up here. That's one of my landmarks. It's the big rock, turn left. Whenever I go walking in the mountains, I always get the feeling that if the mountains were talking, they'd be saying, we are very old and you are very young. And it's true. Like, look at that rock. It's just, it obviously came off the bottom of a glacier. So it's been here for thousands of years. And even though it looks like it's going to keep rolling down the hill towards the houses, it doesn't, and it hasn't. Maybe it will. But as you get closer to it, you see this kind of clump of stones. And you go, that's unusual. That doesn't look like it happened naturally. And you realize that someone put them there as a kind of a shelter. Now, I'm guessing it's a shelter for animals, but maybe not. And how long ago it happened? Who knows? I mean, that kind of moss grows, you know, within, I don't know, 5-10 years or something like that. I'm guessing. I don't know. But everywhere you look, there is a reminder of the transience of life. I've come onto a section of grass. Not lovely fluffy grass, but the sort of grass that wraps around your feet and can trip you. So I'm being extra careful here. Okay, I think at this stage I can officially say that I have, and I'm not exaggerating, I feel like I've got 50%, okay, maybe that is an exaggeration. Let's say 40%. 40% more energy from being in my bare feet. And as I'm saying that, I'm remembering Patrick Cowan talking about that in his book. More energy. It's amazing. I feel like a little goat. Not to eat. I feel like a little goat. I feel very springy. And my feet are... I thought I'd come down with like wrecked feet, you know, bloody, kind of lots of cuts and abrasions and complaining feet. No, they're still cold, but they're not getting worse. No, they just kind of plateaued at a certain level of coldness. I mean, look at me, I wasn't able to do this before, chatting away. Yeah, I'm a bit out of breath. And my heart rate is, I can tell you that, hang on a sec. Oh, hang on. 75. My heart rate's only 75. That's amazing. I've got up to like 120 or 140 gone up here before. That's amazing. Maybe because I stopped. I was checking here. I'll check again now. No, still 75. That's amazing. And that is, as I say, with all those, you know, those shots, I haven't got anybody else up here with me. So, you know, whenever you see me walking towards the camera, it means I've walked up, put the camera, walked back down again, come back. And I'm still not tired. I'm hardly out of breath. What are we up to now? 74. What's happening? So I suppose it's kind of like all this energy I'm blathering on about. It's I think it's like a practical demonstration of how much I am being given all the time without realizing it, and how being separated from nature cuts me off from bounty. Because as I say, you know, I've been getting more in tune with nature. I sound like a hippie. I don't mean to be. Getting in tune with nature. It doesn't feel like, I don't feel like a hippie. I don't feel like it's a hippy-dippy thing. I feel like it's very practical. Anyway, what I was saying was, I've been getting more in tune with it. But even with that, I missed out on this thing of, you know, I've been putting the boots on because I used to go hiking years ago. I know a little bit about hiking. Got the boots on, I've got the, you know, and slogging my way up the side of the mountain. Well, mountain, valley. But other times that I went walking as well. And because I'm actually feeling this energy in my body, like I'm, you know, less out of breath, heart rate's low. So gone up a bit, I've gone up a steep bit, maybe it's gone up a bit. 78. Amazing. I'm getting something from the ground. I'm actually getting something from the ground. Isn't that amazing? So it makes me wonder, well, what else am I cutting myself off from? with my civilizedness. Yeah. Amazing. Can you tell I'm amazed? It really is remarkable. And yeah, my feet are, I mean, I know I'm walking on lovely soft Irish ground, but there has been rocky bits. And this is like, I'm on one of the steeper bits. Okay, I'm walking a bit slower so I can talk. But in the bits where I've been running up and down to the camera, I feel different. Okay, last bit now. Yeah, my feet are looking all right, aren't they? They're looking very pink and lovely. Thought they'd be looking a bit wrecked, a bit dirty, and a bit, you know, bleeding. A bit sorry for themselves. But they're not. They're not at all. So that shtick there, that's the beginning of the big reveal at the top. It sort of levels out here. Wind picks up and we get to the top of, it's not a mountain, it's just a valley, and into the other valley. But it's very satisfying. Particularly because it's so steep on the way up, and then you come up here and you have this fantastic vista. Yes, I think it's definitely a vista. So look, you can see all the way to this side, this road, and then it goes all the way over there. That's another road. See the wind blowing my little camera around. Goes through those tunnels. Okay, I'm going to head back down now. I kind of want to say, well, I can highly recommend barefoot hiking. I've just done it once, but I'm going to be doing it again. The boots are not coming out anymore. It's fantastic. So, okay, maybe you don't live in beautiful Ireland where I live, but, you know, nature is all around you. It's there. It's, you know, even if you just got a back garden, even if you've got a park near you, get the shoes off. It's amazing. Like, I've known about grounding for a good while, as I said, and one of my things I do most mornings, I don't want to say every morning, but then don't be hard and fast about it, is, you know, I'll come down, I'll say hello to the dogs, give them a little morning cuddle, then I'll let them out to wee, and I'll walk out with them into the garden in my bare feet. I do that all year, and it's brilliant. It's a great little way of just, you know, because we sleep on rubbery mattresses and carpeted floors and maybe on second stories, very removed from the earth. So a bit of grounding first thing in the morning, you know, takes less than a minute. It's just a good thing to do. So I've been doing that. So you could do that if you're interested. And then, yeah, spending more time in the bare feet. Amazing, amazing. Outside, not in the house. Outside. Like, this has been a revelation to me. I might have said that already. Just how much of a difference it made. I'm going to time myself, because I was timing myself to see how long it would take me to get from my house up to that fence there, or at the road. And it was at around 21 minutes. Now, I'm wondering, in the bare feet, I wonder how much different that would be. Not without, like, you know, hassling myself up the side of the thing, because that's not what it's about. But I have a feeling I'd do it a lot quicker. I certainly feel a lot quicker. Yeah, revelation. Okay, hope you're having a great day. Really, I do. I hope everyone's having a great day, don't you? And I'll talk to you again soon.